Okay, so here I am. I have my tablet, and we're looking at now oranges and red onion skins and yellow onion skins. I decided to mix them all together so I could make just a larger liquid. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy. Don't get car sick. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and bring these to a boil. And then I'm going to just let them kind of simmer for, I don't know, probably 5 or 10 minutes. And then we'll come back together and we'll see if we get any color out of these. Okay? All right, we'll be back soon. Okay, here we are at a boil. And I set it for 10 minutes to boil. I have 7 minutes left. But I'm going to show you what color is in there. It's this orangey, well, earlier when I thought the camera was running, I told you it looked like stomach bile. But it's kind of an orange color. Anyway, it's getting better. We'll be back in just a few. Okay, I'm back. So now it is simmering. And it's going to simmer for a full 6 minutes. And then we'll see what it looks like. Dip some papers in it after we strain all that stuff out of there. And I'll show you what's happening. See you in a few. Okay. Now, you're going to see me on camera. Do not laugh. I did put on lipstick for you, but I didn't put any rosy cheeks on today because I've been not feeling well. So I have some energy and I wanted to do these a little bit of dying today instead of feeling like I'm dying in my sleep. But we're going to try this. Now I'm going to, see, I got lipstick on for you. I'm going to strain these through this strainer. There's not going to be a lot of liquid because there's a lot of sediment, that's for sure. But I'm going to get out my potato masher. See if I can mash some more color out of it. Now, I was a little worried about onion smell on my paper, so I did add a little bit of cinnamon, and I think that's what my sediment is. In the bottom is it's cinnamon. So we have some nice hot stuff there. And I have something first. I prefer to do my paper dyeing outside because it's so much easier that way. But I do have my stuff here, so I'm going to place this down in the bottom to begin with, just for goodness sakes. Oh, what a pretty color. I don't want to forget that this water is really hot. Oh boy, that's good smelling paper with the cinnamon in it. So I'm just flattening my paper down there. I should have used something a little shallower like this. Maybe a different one of these. Let me put that one in the sink. Get something a little bit different. Okay, we'll just lay this one on the bottom. Oops, it ripped. Well, you are going to the bottom then, aren't you? Okay. I don't want to throw this tablecloth over my stove because it's hot. Okay, so there's one. Now the other thing that you can do is just use a spray bottle and spray on top of the stencil, whatever your stencil might be. In this case, mine's a tablecloth. And then, let's see, I might have a spray bottle here. I don't know. I'll have to check. Now, if you see a big fire over here, it means that I have put the tablecloth on the stove. Okay, so well, that won't do me any good. We'll just dye it and see what we get. So I'm just folding my tablecloth back and forth, back and forth. Actually, this made more liquid than I thought it would. You get some interesting colors, and I can see the cinnamon there is adding some nice color to it, some speckles. When I can dye outside, I just lay out a big table and I run the papers through some water like this. Then I lay out all my paper, my first layer, and I cover it with my art stencils. And then I go back and I spray it all with some more coffee dye. But yeah. And then I just let it dry for a little bit in the sun. Brought a Libby here with me. I just let it dry in the sun for a little bit, and then I remove the stencils. Sometimes I will spray the stencils 2 or 3 times, depending on how dark I want my coffee dye to be on my stencil. I thought that the onions would really smell, but it just smells like oranges and cinnamon now. Thank goodness. Didn't want the house to smell like an onion farm. Although I don't really know what an onion farm smells like, honestly. So, no offense to anybody that has an onion farm. At all. Show you here in just a second what it looks like in here. I really don't know if we'll get any patterning on this. I hope to. Let's see. Here's a very nice one. This one I have to start down there. What I do is I buy the really super long tablecloths and then I cut them 8.5 to 10 inches wide, and in big long strips, so that when I have them out on the table, if it's my 6-foot table, I'll cut the 8.5 inches or so to oh, I forgot this is going the opposite direction now. To 6 feet or 6.5 feet long, so that it can overhang the beginning and end of the papers. Oh, I forgot. Okay, now I don't have a spray to spray in here, so I'm going to put a little bit of liquid right on top of that, and then I'm going to press my mat down. Show you here. Let me dry my hands. See? I poured a little bit on top so it will settle into all those little holes and stuff. And then it'll be darker dye right there. Okay, now I gotta get you balanced again over here. There's an onion skin on that one. I'm going to just leave it and we'll see what it does. Or maybe it's an orange peel. Okay, I'm taking it out. I was going to leave it. Decided not to. Okay. Just going to pour some of this in here. It is a nice color. And then pour that in there. In the summer when I can coffee dye, I make great big batches of it. I'll usually fill 3 or 4 squirt bottles with coffee dye. And then I have my big vat of coffee dye. It's not really a vat. It's just either a big pan or a big half-gallon container. I'll take all that out with me. So we'll have to do some of that this year. Oh, I love to do the rose dyeing. My hubby brings me roses, and I will, if it's summertime, turn them into a beautiful solution where I'll just boil the roses down, just like I did this today. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just pour some of this over the top since we're getting down to the end of it. And now I'm just going to stick a couple of papers at a time in, and we'll see what we get. Because I don't have much solution left, so We'll see what happens to these guys. Don't really want to squish it down too hard because I'll just squish out all my liquid. Okay, I think that's all we have room for. Okay, so this is what it's doing so far, and it will take it just a while. So I'm going to give them some time, and I'll come back and find you when I get ready to pull them out of there. Okay, see you in a little bit. Okay, we are back to finish up with our dyeing. Right now it's very grainy, so as I take these off, oh, and there's a dog here. As I take these off of the pan, I'm going to rinse them, and then I'm going to place them, sorry I gotta move it, over here. And that is paper towel on top of the first orange onion dye. And there's going to be shadow in here, you guys. So there it is. But hey, I wanted to show you, Dale took me to Albany and I got my new glasses. So would you like to see them? There's the camera. What do you think? Think they'll do? I think they're pretty fancy. Anyway, you can shop Michael's now to get your eyeglasses. So, let's see you on the other side. These glasses will have to come off while I'm doing my coffee dyeing. Or orange, where the camera's at on this one. So we'll take a look at a couple of them, and then I will have to come back to you. Okay, now this one should have some pretty design to it. Let me rinse it off first. Okay, I'm back. I just was splicing everything together on the computer and realized that the running water was sounded like we were sizzling a bunch of bacon. So I deleted that part, and I came on like this with me, and I'm here to tell you that I have them in the oven drying, and tomorrow I'll do a very short video and show you how they turned out. I had to rinse them off because they had cinnamon on them, and it made them very, well, here's a mess. Can't believe I'm coming on looking like this. Normally I have pretty cheeks. Oh well, it's me. So they're in the oven drying. We'd cooked pizza earlier, and so after I shut it off, I just shoved them in there. And they're just kind of staying warm, and tomorrow they'll be ready. I'll come back tomorrow and do a short video and show you how the papers look. So what I was going to say next was that I want to say something, but I can't think of what it is. I'm feeling a little shy because my husband's right in the other room. So, oh, look. Who's this? Libby. Say hi. There she is. I have to share her with her daddy because she likes him best. But most of the paper's tore. That's what I was trying to tell you. And they just, hang on a second, let's see if I can fix the light in here a little bit. So this is the first time I've used my tablet for recording, and it took me a while to get them onto the computer. I had to figure out how to do it. All you guys that use your tablets and phones know how to do that. I have a 4K camera that sits above my desk and looks down, and it remains there all the time. So anyway, the papers did tear. It was because I was rinsing them, and I was they were just, you know what paper does when it gets wet. It kind of falls apart. So anyway, that is about all I have to say. I needed to make this video so I can put you on my computer and you can see me actually. That's pretty weird. It's pretty weird for me to see me. And when I see me on there, I'm going to feel very shy. So anyway, hi to all my subbies. Glad to meet you all. Now you know what I like. You could please send me pictures at my email address. No, you don't have to. I'm just kidding. Okay, well, very nice to meet you all in person, and I will see you tomorrow in the next video. Bye-bye. I don't know how to turn it off.